Hey, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everyone. How are you tonight? I hope everybody is well. I hope that you can hear me okay on this live. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I would like to invite you to share this live with others. And I just want you to know that I want you to know that tonight I'm going to be talking about a topic that I think that all of you could probably relate to at some point or another. This is Tony Coleman-Brown, and hello everyone. I am the founder and creator of the Network for Women in Business, and I'm excited to be here. I want to share this with a couple of people first before we get started. And I hope that you guys will listen and share as well. Tonight, we're going to be talking about something that's really important, something that I think that a lot of you will be able to get a lot from. We're going to talk about something that I think stops a lot of entrepreneurs dead in their tracks when it comes down to really getting their business up and running and really feeling confident about what they have to offer. So tonight we're going to talk about what makes you qualified to do what you do, and why should people specifically listen to you? So basically what we're going to be talking about is how to get rid of imposter syndrome. Now, imposter syndrome impacts a lot of people, and it doesn't matter how successful you may have been in business or how successful you currently are in business. You may be a multi-million-dollar producing entrepreneur. You could be Jeff Bezos. You could be Warren Buffett. But I promise you, even with that level of success, you still tend to have imposter syndrome. Now, what is imposter syndrome and how does it impact and affect you as a small business owner? Well, it happens and it creeps up. It's that little voice in the back of our heads, oftentimes, that pop up when we are doing something that's great, doing something that's fantastic, or we're about to do something that's great and about to do something that's fantastic. And what ends up happening is that little voice in the back of your head has you feeling a little bit insecure. It has you thinking that you're not good enough. It has you feeling like you can't do whatever it is you're seeking to do. It makes you think that you can't accomplish what it is that you're looking to accomplish, whether or not it's in business or whether or not it's something with your family or something that's going on in your life. Or sometimes imposter syndrome sneaks up on you when you have had a certain level of success and you're attempting to go to that next level. You're attempting to scale up. And what tends to happen is that little voice creeps in your head that says, you're not good enough. You don't know enough. It has you. Polly says she's having that issue right now. Polly, I understand exactly where you're coming from. But it's like, you have to ask yourself, how am I qualified? What makes me qualified to do what I'm doing, and why should people listen to you? You know, oftentimes I remember when I was doing my network marketing business, and what would happen when I was doing that business is I ran across a lot of people who had not had the level of success that I had at that time. And what would happen with them is they would feel like, I can't promote this network marketing business because I haven't reached that level of success that you've reached. So what makes me qualified to do what I'm doing? Or what makes me qualified to tell other people that they can be successful when I haven't had that level of success? Well, here's what I'm saying to you. And, you know, I was at a networking event a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about creating our own brand story. And, it was a really powerful event. And we were all challenged to go and get into groups and create our brand story. And then one of the things that we had to do after we created our brand story was we had to read it out and read it back to each other. Now, what ended up happening was, we were able to critique each other. So we were able to say whether or not this was good, this wasn't good, or if somebody left something out. Now, what happened during that night was amazing, because one of the things that occurred was, I was able to get some feedback. And one of the questions that came up was, you said all of this stuff and it sounds great and it sounds amazing, but why should I listen to you? What makes you qualified to do what you do? And that's a question that everybody should ask themselves, especially if they're looking to grow a business, and especially if they're looking to sell. And if you're looking to sell online, or if you're looking to sell on the internet, or if you're looking to sell offline, you have to be confident in answering this question. What makes you qualified to do what you do? Now, when I was asked that question, it forced me to think. It forced me to think about all of the success that I had had in the past, and it forced me to think about all of the success that I'm currently having. And what it also did was it forced me to write down all of the reasons why I was qualified to do what I do. Now, oftentimes, we're often thinking negatively. We all know that our brains are wired to go to the negative immediately. So it's not wired to go to the positive. So what tends to happen is we don't think about all of the great things that we've done in our lives or in our business. We don't think about our last greatest successes that we've had. We only think about our failures, because that's what the brain is wired to do. But I want to encourage you to create an inventory list of all of the success. It doesn't matter how big or how small the success was. Create an inventory of all of the success that you've had in business and in life. Now, when I did this, let me tell you some of the things that I came up with that really points to being able to answer that question about why I'm qualified to do the things that I do, and feel so confident about it, right? So I thought about when I worked with this company, Doubleday, and one of the things that I did was I was a marketing director. Marketing is in my DNA. I had to realize that, recognize that, and understand that, and show myself approved in that. Now, when I was with Doubleday, I helped them to create one of the best book club launches that they ever had in the history of Doubleday. Now, what I was able to do was I was able to help them create this club. I gave the club its name. I gave the club its tagline. I helped them with all of the club's promotions. So when we launched this club, that club did $25 million in sales in 30 days. $25 million in sales in 30 days. Now, back then, we didn't have no internet. We didn't have all of these great things that we have today with email marketing. Yeah, that was just coming on the scene at that point in time. But $25 million in 30 days, that was huge. And you know how we did that? We did that with a list. We actually sent a mailing out to a list. So it's very similar to the very things that I talk to entrepreneurs about today as it relates to creating their lists. But $25 million in 30 days, that's a huge success. That's a huge feather in my cap. That's something that I should never shrink about, right? And what about this other thing? What about the fact that I was able to go to the top of not one network marketing company, but two network marketing companies? And what about the fact that I was able to build a team that generated millions of dollars in sales, which resulted in me earning 5 figures a month in income? What about that? What about that? And it's funny how when you are a humble person, and I think that like attracts like. So I know that I'm speaking to some of the people that are on and watching today. So if you feel the same way that I felt in the past in terms of just being so humble about your successes in the past that you don't wear them on your shoulder very proudly and go out there and talk about all of the things that you've been able to accomplish. If you've ever felt like you've been hiding behind your success, I want you to really think about that. And I want you to commit to the second half of 2019 to coming from behind that shell. And whatever success you've had, if you've been an author and you wrote a book and you're hiding behind the fact that you were a best-selling Amazon author, or the fact that you've even authored a book, don't hide behind that stuff anymore. You have to really take a complete inventory of all of the things that you've been able to do and do successfully. And you have to wear that on your shoulders and wear it proudly. If you've noticed all of the great people out here that have had a tremendous amount of success, if you think about Tony Robbins, think about John Maxwell, think about people like Lisa Sasevich, think about people like Ali Brown, think about people like Lisa Nichols. When you see those people and you see those individuals, you never see them hiding behind their success. As a matter of fact, they're wearing their success on their sleeve and they're talking about it 24/7. If you know Les Brown, everybody knows Les Brown's story. Mamie Brown's baby boy. You know the story about him walking into the radio station and just, getting that job and being able to rise up from being a radio station producer with no experience and then rising up to being this great, amazing motivational speaker, right? So we all know his story. As a matter of fact, every time Les Brown speaks, he tells his story. So you too have an amazing success story, whether it's the fact that you've been an Amazon best-selling author, or whether or not you generated $1,000 worth of sales in 24 hours. I mean, I was coaching one of my network marketing clients the other day. And, I told her, hey, network marketing is really different today than it was in the past. And I know that a lot of people that are on the live tonight, and if this is good information and it's speaking to you, please share this with other people. I just have to break and say that. Please share this with other people. But I'm speaking to my network marketers because I know I have a lot of network marketers that are on the Network for Women in Business fan page. So a lot of network marketers, they get to this point where they feel like, I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to say on social media. I just don't know how to become that network marketing superstar that I see all of these other people promoting online. So like I said, network marketing is a little bit different today than it was before. But at the end of the day, there are success stories that you can promote. So when I was working with my client, I said to her, what is the largest amount of sales you generated in the least amount of time? And I think she said something like she did $1,000 in less than 24 hours. $1,000 in less than 24 hours. I think she did $1,000 at a vending event. And maybe the vending event was like 5 or 7 hours. And I said, stop right there. Stop right there. I said, do you think that there are other people out there that would like to generate $1,000 in less than 7 hours? $1,000. And she said, you know what? Yeah, there are people that would like to do that. And so guess what happened? She was able to utilize that story. See, here's the funny thing about stories, and the funny thing about you being qualified to do what you do and having other people listen to you. Once you really get your success story down to a science, what you're going to understand is that you need to repeat that success story over and over and over again. Right, Andrea? Andrea said yes, because Andrea, I know, listen, she just got her top award in network marketing. She's building her network marketing story right now. And once you become a documented success story, all you have to do is get documented one time. And you can tell that story. You can ride that story all the way to the bank. Okay? See, listen, it doesn't matter when I was a 3-diamond national vice president in network marketing, or it doesn't matter the fact that I still am a vice presidential marketing director in network marketing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was years ago. It doesn't matter if it was yesterday. The fact of the matter is it was done. Documentation beats conversation, right? And you guys have had a tremendous amount of documented success. And it doesn't have to be just in home-based business. It could be in any part of your business. If you had a week where you did an amazing amount of sales, or if you had a moment in time where you had overwhelming success, you need to document that success story and you need to begin to share it. Since I launched my network for women in business, one of the things that I did was I downloaded all of my transactions, right? All of the transactions, all of the sales that I had since I started the network. And when I looked at all of those transactions, I said, oh my God, I can't believe it. But it's not even about the transactions that I've had, because it was thousands and thousands and thousands of transactions that I've had over these past years. It was pretty darn amazing. And I said, wow. And it's not the thousands and thousands of email addresses that I've been able to capture. It's not even that. You know what makes what I've done, I believe, over these past 7 years great? It's the testimonies. It's the testimonies from people like Andrea. It's the testimonies that people that have been in the space, that people who have attended the Small Business Bootcamp, people that get on the webinars. It's the success stories of all of the people that have implemented the trainings. That's what it's all about. And it's funny when you build up other people, right? When you build up other people and you help other people to obtain success, it's an amazing thing that happens in your business. You become more than qualified to do what you do. And the amazing thing that happens and the shift that happens when you begin to help other people to have success in their business, and you begin to get those testimonies, is that you don't even have to brag about yourself. You don't even have to go out and tell your story, because what's going to happen when you help other people to obtain success? They're going to start bragging about you for you. How about that? And boom, just like that, you're going to look up. When I look at all of the testimonies that I have, when I look at, one of the things that I love to do, I love Facebook. Everybody knows that I love Facebook. But one of the things that I really, really love to do is I love to just take and snag all of the Facebook testimonies that I have, and I save them. I save them as pictures, because I can go back and use all of those testimonies in my story. So therefore, for the person that's like me, that generally hides behind the success, that don't go out and brag about it every day, that don't go out and tell my story every day, that don't go out, I definitely don't go out and produce lies, because, some people are out there actually not telling the truth. But the fact of the matter is, when you help enough people, if you're shy and you don't like to go out and talk about yourself or talk about your success because you feel like, oh, people are going to think I'm bragging and I don't want people to think I'm bragging. When you help enough people, my friend, what's going to happen for you is that the people that you help are going to speak for you. You're not going to have to do that. You're not going to have to go out there and tell anybody how good you are. You're not going to have to go out and tell anybody how great your events are. You're not going to have to do any of that, because guess what? All of the people that you've helped are going to say it for you. This past week, I posted in a group about my small business boot camp for women that's coming up on November 16th. I'm going to make sure to post it in the feed so you guys can know about it, because if you are anywhere near New York City, you definitely have to be at this year's Small Business Boot Camp for Women, because it is going to be amazing. It always delivers value. It's always amazing. Now, I was looking for vendors. Tell you this little story, and then I'm going to get off because I don't want to hold you guys on here forever. But I was putting out a little post in a group to get vendors for the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. And this event is going to be all about building your audience from scratch. And people are out here promoting and they don't even have an audience. They're out here promoting to the wind. So what's happening is you putting stuff out there and nothing's coming back because you don't have an audience yet. But we're going to change all of that. So when you go into 2020, your vision is going to be clear. So to finish with the story. So what I was doing was I posted in a group that I was looking for vendors. Now, little did I know that somebody that had attended the event 2 years ago, guys, what she did was she jumped into the comments section and started tagging a whole bunch of people she knew. And you know what she said? I attended this event, guys, 2 years ago, and it is legit amazing. You need to be there. 2 years ago, guys. 2 years ago. Now we are on year 9. So you can only imagine all of the testimonies that I have. And what I've been doing is I haven't even really been promoting the event like that. But what I have been promoting are the testimonies. Andrea says she's bringing her team. That's what I'm talking about, girl. I got to get you that affiliate link so you can bring your whole team, because it's going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. But this is what I mean. When you are able to help other people and you are able to help them achieve success, then that is going to make you qualified to do what you do. I mean, I have degrees. Yes, I have, a bachelor's degree in finance. I have a master's degree in creative writing. But all of that stuff is great. Yes, and it shows documentation. But I have a track record of helping people achieve success. And that's what makes you qualified to do what you do. And that is what's going to get other people to listen to you. That is such an important part of your story. Testimonies can go much further than anything that you put together as it relates to your story. So one of your key things that you should do as an entrepreneur is go out and create testimonies. Go out and help some people. Help some people get what they want. I think it was Zig Ziglar who said, when you help other people get what they want, you will get everything that you want. So I've gone on and I've said a lot of things. I just want to thank you guys for listening. If you love what you've heard tonight, I have put myself on a challenge. So I'm going to be going live just about every day for the next 90 days. And I am going to be sharing a lot of tips and a lot of things that can help you elevate your business on a lot of different topics. And I promise you, it is going to be 110% value. And you are going to want to have other people hear what I have to say. So I want to encourage you to come back to the pages often, to share this information with other people, share it with anybody that could benefit from the information, because a lot of you are like this close to getting everything you want, and it's just really all about a 1-degree shift in what you're doing right now. And I want to help you make that shift, because I believe that everybody deserves to have the life and the business that they desire. I believe that people should not just, survive in business. I believe you should thrive in business. And one of the things that I want to help you do is not just survive. I want to help you to thrive. So click like. If you love this information, click hearts. If you really, really loved it, and definitely click share. And I will be back tomorrow with more great information, because this is about 90 days of sharing small business success tips. And that's what I want to do for you. And I hope that I see you all at the upcoming Small Business Bootcamp for Women, which is coming up November 19th. And it's going to be in New York at the Radisson, New Rochelle. So you definitely want to look more into that. And then also for those who want some serious training, yeah, this is going to be serious. I have a webinar coming up, and I'm going to post it in the comments section as well, called 5 Growth Hacks. 5 growth hacks that will completely transform your business in 7 days or less. And now you are definitely going to want to register for that particular webinar, because it is going to be off the chain. And I'm going to put the links to that in the comments section as well. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming to the live. If you like it, like I said, please share it. And this is something that I'm going to be doing over the next 90 days. And it's something that I'm challenging myself to do. And I'm excited to work with all of you and to share my tips. And I hope that all of it helps you to grow. So look out for the links. I'm about to post them right now. And thank you guys for being on a live. Take care, and I'll see you next time, all the way live.